Breaking news now at 11 o'clock. Clashes and crashes during this protest in Hollywood. Cars drive through a crowd. A protester is hit and cars smashed. News Chopper 4 Alpha right now is over the protest. And at the moment, this looks pretty much like it did when it started. In fact, this is basically where it started. A group of people marching with a message tonight.
But just 30 minutes ago, it was a different story. NBC4's Robert Kovacik live in Hollywood now to walk us through what happened out there. Robert.
Carolyn and Chuck, we are at the LAPD command post here in Hollywood. We can tell you at this point there have been no arrests, and one person, a protester, has been hospitalized. I'm going to bring in the man who is the commanding officer of LAPD Hollywood, Captain Steve Lurie. Steve, let's just go right now. Where are we on our streets?
Yeah, so right now the crowd appears to be dispersing. This was a mostly peaceful crowd with a few agitators in it. They are back where they started their demonstration at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. And right now it seems like they're going to their vehicles and they're going home.
Okay. You see all the LAPD officers behind us. We're not going to get too close because those are Metro Division officers. Carolyn and Chuck, right now, according to Captain Lurie, you're looking at two separate investigations involving two separate vehicles hitting protesters. Let's show you what went down just a short time ago. Escalating violence on the streets of Hollywood. News Chopper 4 Alpha overhead as a white Prius tries to get past protesters, appearing to bump some of them at Sunset and Cahuenga. The Prius takes off but is quickly followed, and it's not going anywhere.
He's cutting him off.
One of the vehicles in that protest stops the Prius, and so do others.
Have the driver pretty much boxed in.
The Prius bashed with a skateboard as people then go after the driver. The Prius takes off but is pulled over by the LAPD at Santa Monica and Wilton. This all may have been part of an earlier protest that started at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Move, Johnny, move! Johnny, move!
But as the night went on,
Johnny, move!
One protester was apparently hit near Sunset and Schrader. Okay, Captain Lurie, take me through quickly each incident that we're looking at involving those two cars. Start first with the black car, since that was what went first.
Yeah, Robert, so the black truck was trying to get through that crowd in traffic and struck one of the protesters. We were able to track down and detain that vehicle and its driver. And essentially, there's two versions of events here. He says he was attacked by the protesters and was trying to escape. We met with him, we discussed that with him, we identified him. We also met with the protester who he struck. That person is uncooperative and won't speak to the police at all. The reason that driver was released from the scene is we can't determine which of those versions is correct yet, so that investigation will go on tonight and into tomorrow.
White Prius.
The white Prius similarly was attacked by several protesters who pried his door open and punched him several times while he was inside of his Prius. He stepped on the gas to try and escape from that attack and may or may not have struck one of the protesters. We have not located a victim yet of that crime, if there was one, but we do know that we have also identified the driver of that Prius, so we can locate him to continue that investigation.
Okay, so far neither of them have been charged, even though we did see that they were detained. As the investigation continues, you've got a lot of work still ahead of you tonight. What is the plan for the LAPD in Hollywood?
Yeah, so right now it appears this group is dispersing. They're back where they started at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and they're going to their own personal vehicles and appear to be leaving, so that's good.
Okay. Also good, Chuck and Carolyn, is that the person that is in the hospital, according to Captain Lurie here, the commanding officer of LAPD Hollywood, it is a protester with just minor injuries. They have tried to question that protester. That protester is not cooperating. Live tonight here in Hollywood, I'm Robert Kovacik. That's the very latest on our streets.